What's going on, man? We are back and I am hungry. I took out some beef back ribs I got from Porter Road, also some leg quarters that I pre-seasoned before I put into the freezer. I'm gonna be firing up the Chud Box today so we can get some good direct heat on this meat. Take you inside in a second so we can get them seasoned up and we can get the process started. All right, we are back. So these are the beef back ribs. Got them, of course, from Porter Road. I'm going to go ahead and get them out the pack. Try my best not to touch the meat with the clean hand, as I've said before. So you notice they got a membrane on the back. Like with spare ribs, I would either like score it up to get some seasoning in there, but with beef back ribs, I just go ahead and leave it whole, because if you break them down so they're super tender, this actually holds the meat together. So let's start by just take a little paper towel and get some of this moisture off. One sec, forgot one of my ingredients. Okay, so we picked up this stuff at a taco fest last weekend. It's called Shakalaka. It's like I want to say West Indian or West African couple that made this sauce, bottled it on their own and sold it. And I'm not a big heat person, but this stuff is perfect. This is the garlic vinaigrette. We got some hot sauces from them as well, but I'm just going to use this as my binder, just to get some extra flavors on there. Okay, as far as seasonings, I went with equal parts Suzy Q's Santa Maria. Got some 16 mesh black pepper. And although this isn't in the same bottle, this is the Diamond Crystal kosher salt. So we're just going to use those three, like I said, equal parts. And we're going to get these ribs all seasoned up. Let's try to get a good coverage. The pepper kind of helps you out, lets you know that you got coverage of everything, because you can actually see the pepper on the ribs. So I'm going to hit these maybe once, give them another once over. And that should be good for the membrane side. Give it a flip. And do the same thing on the meat side. So a lot of this is going to fall off. So even if you may look at it and say, that looks like a lot, you know, by the time you get to flipping the ribs around, moving them back and forth, some of this will come off. So don't mind it if you go a little heavier. All right, press that in, and let's get these sides. You don't want to forget your sides. Of course, this seasoning is going in the trash, leftover, just in case, you know, something got cross-contaminated from touching the meat. All right, so that looks good. So we're gonna let these sit out for about 30-45 minutes while we get the Chud Box fired up, and then we'll get this cook started. All right, so what I normally do, like, see, this is some charcoal that's left over from the last cook. I usually try to make sure I have at least about a chimney's worth already down there unlit, because that way I found that I get a better, more even cook when I have some, you know, like charcoal base that's unlit. It tends to go a little bit longer. So to that, we're gonna put in 2 chimney starters down there. Then I have some Jealous Devil lump charcoal. And when I pour it, I don't care if it misses, because that's just extra down there that's gonna burn a little later. that nice and full. The only thing left to do now is to go ahead and get it lit. All right. So, it's been 35 minutes. The charcoal is nice and hot. So we're gonna go ahead and dump it all over. There we go. Let's get this gimbal situated, because y'all know my problems with it. All right, put this down here under the Santa Maria, and that's what we got. So we got some hot coals over some unlit coals, and we will let it hang out until it gets to 300, and then we'll start shutting it down. So let's see if I can do this one hand. Yep. So we're gonna get this grate put in. There we go. Shut this door to the second mark. Bring this door down. We'll leave it wide open. And then once it gets to 300, then we'll close it to about right here. And then put that one at the first mark. I usually like to throw in a chunk of wood because I like the smoke flavor. And also I throw like a little wedge of an onion in there just to piss off my neighbors, because that onion smells good when it's on them hot coals. So I will return when it hits 300. All right. So left side is at about 310. Right side is at about, that sounded a little slurred. Right side is about 340, which is naturally, right side is going to be a little higher because the air intake is coming in here, which makes this side light up a little more. So let's go ahead and get this meat on. That slurred speech was brought to you by Basil Hayden's Whiskey. All right, get this gimbal set up here. Nice, nice. So we got the ribs on, and then we're gonna put these, which one is bigger? That one. So we'll put this one over here. And then we will put this one over here. All right, let me get this glove off. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna let these sit up for about 40 minutes, then I'll check them, flip them, let them sit up for about another 40, and then I'll flip them back, and we'll figure this out later. All right, it has been 40 minutes. Ooh, that's looking good. Okay, look at that membrane all charred up, crisped up. Let's go ahead and give these leg quarters a flip. That's looking real nice. Real nice. So we're just gonna let this cook another 35 minutes, and then we'll come back and check in on it. Okay, that's closed. Let's pop this open. In the meantime, I'm gonna toss this last chunk of onion in there. Keep that aroma going. Temperature dropped a little because I opened the door, but this one is still at 300. That one is at 275. So we're rocking and rolling. And this is Donut. What are you doing out here? You little creep. All right. So we have reached the 30-minute mark on the meat side of both. Ooh, we got some good pullback right here. Oh, these things are, ooh, they're breaking, so they're done. Let me, dang it. I don't want to touch my thermometer with this greasy hand, but I ain't got no choice. Let's see where we're at. Oh, we're at 207. That is done. I thought I was going to have to wrap, but I'm not. Let's check these. Let me sit this thermometer down so we can check these birds. All right, we got some nice color on those. Let's see where they're at. I'm sure they're done. They're probably overdone. Yep. 189, they're overdone. But guess what? We eating it anyway. All right. So we gonna call this done. We got some excellent color. Look at that on them ribs. Excellent color. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting these off, and then I'll see y'all back inside at the cutting board. All right. So this is the final product. I'm still working on getting this microphone out of the way, but whatever. This thing's got a nice bark on the top. The underside is nice and rendered. So what we're gonna do is cut one. See how this bone here, I'm gonna cut this one close to the bone, and that way we have a nice, oh, we didn't get all the way through the membrane, a nice meaty rib. Look at that. I'm still figuring out these angles here, but there's the rib. Maybe the light is not hitting it good enough. There it is. All right, so now you can see it. It's looking good. All right, let's take a bite. Oh my God. That is outstanding. All those different rubs mesh well together. All right. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but I'm about to eat. I'll holler at y'all in the next one later.